Hello everyone, Santier here with more Let's Make a Game Astral Collision, and I have begun the process of making food, but we're going to do something a little bit different today, because recording or streaming requires a certain amount of dedicated focus. And making all of these recipes is going to require a certain amount of dedicated focus. So I'm planning on just, finishing the rest of them here. Sort of live. I mean, if there's anything super weird that happens or whatever, I'll edit it out. But probably it's just going to be a nice, smooth process of me staring at this and thinking, what the heck should this meal do? So let's discuss what I've already made, as well as a couple of guidelines, I guess, I'm going to have going into this. So I've made the club sandwich, which increases your party's strength and dexterity stats by 20% each, and has the chance of debuffs to those stats. So you can see that over here in the state. 120% increase or multiplier to the attack and defense, which are your strength and dexterity stats. And then the debuff rates are times 50%, just halves them. So I'm not necessarily going to jump back and forth on all these for all of them, but just to kind of go over what's already here. The breakfast sandwich increases TP charge rate by 50%, maximum MP by 20%, and reduces the chance of sleep for your party by 50%. Trail Mix preserves TP between battles, grants 3% TP regeneration, 1% HP regeneration to your party. Fish and Chips boosts dexterity and earth affinity by 40% each for your party. Camp Stew halves fire, water, earth, and wind damage or healing done to your party. So these are just the standard elements. Vegetable Soup increases both physical and magical accuracies by 25% each for your party. Tomato Soup, your party's attacks recover 3 MP on hit. And Fried Mushrooms, which doubles your party's maximum HP. So those are the effects that I currently have implemented. This is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foods. So there's 29 more or something from 133 to 161 here, or 134, depending upon how you want to kind of do that math. So regardless, there's a bunch of foods here that I need to fill things out for. Now, a couple of things. The biggest one is that I want each food to be kind of distinct. I don't necessarily want it to be overlapping. It's okay if there's repeated effects, but if there are, I want them to be in different combinations. The other thing that's really important is that I want to make sure that there's a wide variety of things that occur, so that way you can be like, oh, this is a very different thing than that thing, and that sort of thing. So these are not necessarily going to be cost balanced or anything like that, where it's like, oh, this meal costs this much if you buy the ingredients to make and has this effect or anything. It's not going to be anything like that. But there's a lot of different things that I can potentially do for effects on states, including things that I've added through some of my plugins. So we're going to be looking at a variety of things. And like I said, I just want to make sure that there's enough variety of what things do. I don't want any to be strictly better. So in other words, if one meal does X percentage of a thing, I don't want another meal to be that same percentage and something else, or that same percentage but better, or things like that. I want it to be where they are very different effects going on in terms of the different things that you can do. So with that said, what the heck should a sausage omelet be? So this is made with bell peppers, sausage, eggs, and cheese. Omelets tend to be a bit more of a morning food. So far, the breakfast sandwich has helped protect you against sleep. Sausage omelets also has sausage in it. So sausage has a specific effect. I can go look at that for some potential inspiration. So it has bell peppers in it. Bell peppers. Oh, expand damage weapon range. That's an interesting idea for an effect. And sausage doubles TP charge rate. Yeah, okay. And what do eggs do? Eggs, here's cheese. Yeah, these have some recovery, and egg increases TP gain on attacks. Okay. So there's several different options here. If I'm kind of following the mode of what these things do, which I'm not, by the way, but I decided to look at them for some inspiration. I got a bunch of different egg dishes. So I actually have another omelet down here, the mushroom omelet. Maybe I make these somewhat similar. I could make the mushroom omelet grant a slightly different thing, but somewhat similar to sausage omelets. I don't know. I like the idea of this boosting. Actually, let's just go to the state first. So that's down here, sausage omelet. So I can make this go to TP charge rate. This can boost TP charge by 150%. What else might I want to do? Actually, you know what? Instead of TP charge rate, let's have it give a fairly generous 10% TP regeneration. And maybe a little bit of something else. I can make you a little bit more resistant to sleep. Let's have it do that. A little bit of resistance to sleep and a bunch of TP. Okay, so now I need to go input the description. Gives your party plus 10% TP regeneration and reduces. Okay, that fits. So this is something that I'm always worried about is does this fit? And reduces chance of sleep by 25%. And I should capitalize sleep. Okay. Egg and hash browns. So this is using potatoes as well. I feel like potatoes is a pretty filling type of thing. What did I make potatoes, just ordinary potatoes do? Again, this is where I have effects on each thing. Reduce the chance of being critically hit. Ooh, that's spicy. That's spicy. So let's go look at our states again. Egg and hash browns. So I could do that here. I could give it critical evasion. A little bit of critical evasion goes a long way in the way that the system is set up. But maybe I want to do something slightly different. I think what I'm going to do here. Ooh, actually, let's have egg and hash browns boost how effective healing is on you by 25%. And let's see, damage. This is where we go to our scripts. Scripts, I say. And if I come up here, one of the properties I have is damage high molt, and also just damage high. So I could make it increase damage high by some value. So this is damage max add. So let's actually do that. So let's go damage max add, and let's have it add, say egg and hash browns will add your strength stats. So if we go back in here, this is just going to be like, oh, what's your strength stat? Because A, B, accuracy, and crit are in there, right? So this will increase your maximum damage by your strength stat, which basically it means it kind of extends the range. So if you hit well, it hits harder. So now I need to just say what that does. Does it have anything to do with the base ingredients that go into it? Nope. Does that matter? Nope. Items. So increases healing received by 25%. Now, something that's important about the language that I'm doing here is I specifically include a plus if it is adding a percentage of an amount on. Otherwise, it just uses like this sort of language, which means it's being multiplied by like 1 and that value. 1 plus that value. So 1 plus 0.25. Healing received by 20%, 25%, and maximum weapon damage by strength for each party member. There we go. Now we have some egg and hash browns. By the way, if you have not eaten before this will likely make you hungry, so I apologize in advance. Okay, caprese salad. So a caprese salad is specifically, I usually think of caprese, is referring to mozzarella and tomato. So this is cheese, tomato, basil, and lettuce. It's somewhat inspired by a dish that my Mom often makes in the summer that uses noodles instead of lettuce, but sometimes it gets broccoli added in. That's always fun. Okay, so caprese salad. This to me feels like something that's kind of fresh. I kind of like the idea of this giving you +2 MP regeneration, which is pretty strong in and of itself, but I kind of want it to have a little bit more. How about it reduces the chance that you're poisoned by 50% as well? That seems pretty good. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I could go for some of this right now. Although I just had some food to eat not too long ago. So this grants +2 MP generation and halves the chance of poison to your party. I don't care if the grammar's not super precise here. Okay, so we have a couple of pizzas. I don't know if I want to try to make these things do fairly similar things. I could have a certain effect that both pizzas have. That might be fun to look at. What if pizzas protect your HP from being debuffed? Just like, okay, your HP isn't debuffed now. I like that. Protects your HP from debuffs. Sausage. I don't have pepperoni. I like both sausage and pepperoni pizza. What else do I want this to do? I kind of feel like I want this to be a little bit of a mix of a variety of things. How about sausage pizza? Ooh. Okay. I like having some parallels between the pizzas just because it just feels good to me to have there be some parallels. So I'm gonna have the pizza grant you 35% hit rate. And I'm gonna give it a little bit of counter as well. If I can remember where counterattack is. There it is. There we go. And do I want it to do anything else? Yeah, I'll give it one other effect. I'm gonna have it slightly reduce physical damage that you take. Okay, so this is what this one's gonna do. The veggie pizza is going to do the same things except with different stats. So critical rate is your magical accuracy. Magic reflection is basically magic counterattack. And magical damage. Okay, pizzas are kind of pricey. I know I'm not necessarily 100% taking that into account, but I like taking it into account a little bit here. And just recognizing, yeah, pizzas are a little bit pricey. And a pizza is just throw a bunch of toppings on things. So I like it. Okay, now I just need to add the description. Protects your party from HP debuffs. Increases physical accuracy by +35%. Counter. This is one of the things that you run into. Counterattack by +15%. It was 15, right? This is where I need to go. Double check, and then reduces physical damage by 10%. Reduces physical damage by 10%. This is obviously way too long. This doesn't fit. So I need to figure out how to make this fit. So party becomes immune to. No, that doesn't help. Let's see. Party resists HP debuffs and gets +35% physical accuracy +15% counterattack. And physical damage, and reduces physical damage. Party resists HP debuffs and gets plus 35% physical accuracy. Okay, I don't need this additional plus 35%. Plus 50% and 10%. Whoop, no space there. Reduced. Fizz damage. This doesn't quite hit. But I want my Oxford comma. Okay, if I do this and go... Nope, that's a little too long by a couple characters. Party resists HP debuffs. HP debuff and gets... Okay. That means I can drop accuracy from here. Let's see. Party resists HP debuff and gets plus 35% fizz accuracy. Oh, I need a comma though. Okay, that doesn't fit. Because like I can put... I need the comma here, right? And 10% reduce physical damage. This is one of those things where it's like, I wish there was just slightly more space. And the thing that's really awkward here is I could change the UI to support a third line, but this description box doesn't. This is one of the things that you run into as a problem with RPG Maker. Okay, I like the S there. Debuffs, whatever, and gets plus 35% physical accuracy, plus 15% counterattack, and 10% reduced fizz damage. I'm going to reduce this to 5% because that fits. I know it's getting slightly nerfed because of that. Or how about we just go 9%? 9% is basically 10%, but it's a single character, so it fits in the description better. 91. This probably also needs to be a 91, so I'm going to make that swap. Okay, items. Sausage pizza now is good. That gets an extra space. 35% magical accuracy, plus 15% spell reflect. What do I call this stat? Elsewhere. Magic damage. Okay, well that fits nicely. I don't know if I call it spell reflect or magic reflect. There's a really easy way to check if I find my status screens. Okay, I just call it reflect. Counter and reflect. So I'll just leave it as spell reflect here, I guess. I could actually generate a lot more space. If I just go plus 15% counter. Okay, yeah, I can just bring this back up to 10%. This can get the same treatment, reflect, and 10% reduced magic damage. Magical damage, something like that. Okay, let's go back to my states, up these again to trial and error process, everyone. Making sure things fit. Make sure recording is recording. All this important stuff. Hope you all enjoy a little bit of a longer episode today. I'm sure this is going to be a little bit longer. Let's just take a moment to hit good old apply and save. It's always important to save your work regularly because you never know when you're going to lose it, and that will be sad and tragic. Okay, I don't think fire roasted fish should do a ton. These pizzas are good. Fire roasted fish. How do you feel about fire roasted fish? Makes me think of fish like on a stick over a fire. I feel like this should reduce water damage or water's effectiveness. I'm going to make it be 50%. And what else do I want this to do? I want this to do a little bit more than that. Because I could maybe have this protect you against something else. Fish itself improves your dexterity, I believe. That's an idea. You know what? I'm gonna have it buff your water stat by like a whopping 200%. There we go. Yeah, there. Fish. Fire roasted fish. Good for your water. I mean, this might just be something that's uniquely good for water, but okay. Items, not skills. Fire roasted fish. Increases your party's, not IES, by the way. Water affinity, or actually doubles your party's water affinity, and halves the effectiveness of water on your party. Doubles your party's water affinity and halves the effectiveness of water. Used on them? Used on them. There we go. Fire roasted fish. Makes your water good. A baked potato. So baked potato has a lot of ingredients going on here. We've got some olives, some cheese, some herbs, some potato. I do not usually have my baked potatoes this way, by the way. I'm partial to like bacon, butter, and broccoli, and pepper, salt. But anyway, we're not here to discuss how I like my baked potatoes. I needed to get olives into foods, and so baked potatoes got them. I feel like we're making good progress here. Okay, baked potato. I think I'm gonna have this preserve TP. And I'm also gonna have it buff your guard stat. Yeah. That feels good. That feels good. I think I want a little bit more off of this. I'm also going to have this give a tiny bit of HP regen. I think 1%. There we go. Okay. Preserves your party's TP between battles and boosts guard by 200% and boosts guard by 200% and gives plus 1% HP regeneration. There we go. A baked potato. Now I have a salad for each season. I'm not necessarily going to make these things equal though. I'm going to be more looking at their ingredients, thinking about what they do. That sort of thing. Yeah, because I've got summer and autumn salads here, and down here I have winter and spring. Just using different ingredients. Lots of lettuce use. Like, lettuce is extremely useful as a cooking ingredient, I think, in this whole system. Tacos are delicious. I like tacos. This is actually could just generally be any sort of sandwich, though. Bread, meat, lettuce, and cheese. Yeah, that's just about any sandwich. Not to be confused with a club sandwich, which has no cheese, has tomato instead, I think. Yeah. Okay. Summer salad. Ooh, what effects do I want here? Again, I've got a lot of different possibilities. I want to do something kind of quirky, I think. Summer salad. Let's have it. Let's have summer salad. Improve. Let's see. This is where I can go over to advanced states. Yeah. Okay. Mult crits. Right here. This guy. I want it to increase your magical accuracy by 50%. Mult crit 1.5. Okay, so that's 50% increased magical accuracy. And you know what I think I'm going to have it do? I think I'm going to have it MP cost rate 75%. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, this is what this one's going to do. Items increases your party's magical accuracy by 50%. And reduces their MP costs by 25%. There we go. Summer salad. Autumn salad. States. Autumn salad. So there's a lot of different things that I could potentially do here. Autumn salad. I like this doing something as well. I think autumn salad is going to be fairly fortifying. So I'm going to have this actually grant damage reduction. Now, for damage reduction, I need to actually go scroll down here a bit because I want to look at how this works. Okay, it's damage reduction right here. So I need this. So this is going to reduce damage that you take. It's going to subtract stuff off. Back over here, damage reduction. Okay, and let me just double check the way this is structured. So it adds this into the damage reduction value, and then the damage reduction is going to be removed right here. So let's just, and this gets evaluated. So let's do this based off of your earth stats. So it reduces damage that you take by your earth stat, which is pretty strong, realistically. This one will definitely need some playtesting to make sure it's not too powerful. The thing is, I can't just set it to a flat value, or it will get scaled out of. But if something's dealing like 30 damage to you and you have 30 in your stat, it's going to completely remove it. Which is obviously not good. Not good at all. So I may do something here that's like math reduction and stuff, but for now it's going to do this and give you like 3% HP regen as well. Again, this is dangerous, and this is going to need testing because this might make you just way too tanky. But you know that's why we will test it eventually. Reduces damage your party takes by their earth affinity and grants plus 3% HP regeneration. Ah, tacos. Yes, delicious tacos. Let's take a moment to save again, because it's always important to save. It's always important to make sure you're saving. And staying hydrated. Taco wears off. Okay, so what else could I do here that seems appropriate for a taco? Well, let's see what some of my options are. I can protect against debuffs. I can protect against other things. You know what? I'm going to have tacos make you immune to fear. Straight up. Eat tacos, you're no longer able to be afraid. So I can put 0.25 here, right? Yeah, okay. Well, no, I can put 0.2. Cool. Yeah, this is what tacos do. I've decided. Not like the most complicated thing, I guess. I don't know. Again, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall, and some of it's gonna stick and some of it's not. Makes your party immune to fear and grants a, what is 0.2 is 20% chance of striking twice with attacks. Tacos, everyone. I do like tacos. Okay, fish medley is kind of a weird dish. Nuts, onion, cherries, and fish. Don't know if that sounds good or not. I mean, it's very generic in terms of ingredients, but let's see. What other things do I got here? Got attack speed, attack state. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I could theoretically have food give you skills, but I don't want to do that. Action times. So the special flags are guard, substitute, and preserve TP. I actually kind of like the idea of having a substitute on one of these. Probably the mushroom omelet or the hearty soup. Hearty soup sounds a good spot for that. Fish medley. This feels like a fancier, mellower dish. I think I'm going to have it just give a bunch of magic reflection and some critical evasion, maybe? No, I like it giving MP regen. No, we're going to go fancy. We're going to go 3. This is what this is going to do. Okay, that seems sufficient to me. Fish medley grants plus 50% reflect and plus, was it that 3? Yeah. Now remember, this is going to reduce your maximum TP. Plus 3 MP regeneration. Cool. Fish medley. Ooh, we've got our berry tart, which is bread and berries. Not to be confused with berry jelly, which is berries and bread. I recognize as I look at these that these foods are almost identical, which means that realistically, I guess I could delete one, but I'm going to keep both. So a berry tart is a kind of a sharp dessert, I think. I think of berries in a general sense as being a little bit tart as well as sweet. I think that's going to help protect you against some of these more mental states. So rage is more of a mental state. Fascination and fear. Yeah. And fear. Okay. Is that enough? Yeah, I think it is. Reduces the chance of, let's see, rage, fascination, and fear by 25% each for your entire party. There we go. Nice, lovely berry tart. And another thing that you'll notice here is I'm not necessarily completing parallels between things. I'm not necessarily going to be making something that buffs your fire by 200% and halves the damage you take from fire. It's a bit more interesting with water anyway, because so much healing is water. But I just kind of feel like I don't necessarily want things to always have a lot of parallels. I think it's more interesting, in fact, if they don't. Now, I actually want to go to Hearty Soup and work on that one because I was talking about that having a substitute flag. So Hearty Soup, other special flag, substitute. I also feel like something called Hearty Soup should boost your guard effectiveness. And should also grant a pretty good HP regeneration effect of 5%. So this is what Hearty Soup is going to do. Items, Hearty Soup. So this is water, onion, potatoes, and meat. Your entire party will look out for each other if one gets low on HP. Grants plus 5% HP regeneration. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Boost guard and gives plus 5% HP regen. Okay, that's a little low. Let's see. How do I want to phrase this? Your entire party will look out for each other. Will take hits for members low on HP. Boosts guard by 50% and gives plus 5% HP regen. Okay, I think that's what that did. Yeah, 150. Yeah, the 5% HP regen is really strong here. Okay, so that's Hearty Soup set up. Again, I just jumped to that one because I had an idea for it, and I wanted to get it recorded. Now, when I think of winter, I think of like hunkering down and cold. I'm going to make this one actually give you some fancier protections. So let's go back to states, winter salad. I'm just going to have this reduce ice by 50%. Light by 50%. And life by 50%. That seems about right. Because it's dark and cold and stuff. I don't know. It just, this is what I want the winter salad to do. So if I go to items, winter salad, halves the effectiveness of light, ice, and life on your entire party. This one's dangerous to use because 2 of those are commonly used for healing. So just be aware of that. So that's our good old winter salad. Spring salad, I think, is going to give you a spring in your step. Is going to help attacking. So let's go to my states again. Spring salad. I think this should do damage. Okay, this is where I go back to the code so I can just check to see what what all these are. Damage bonus, damage mult. I just want damage mult. Damage mult 1.25. Furious. 5. That seems good. And then attack times 0.5. There we go. So spring salad puts a spring in your step. Ooh, let's actually have it also just boost your speed slightly. I don't know how. Actually, let's make this a little bit more slight. Okay. Items slightly boosts speed. Increases attack damage by 25% TP from attacks by +5. And there's one other thing that this did, and 50% chance of. Okay, this is. Let me work on this again. Your party 50% chance of an additional extra is a shorter word of an extra attack. Yeah, so that's not much space there. +5. Actually, did this? No, that's the one character. Okay, +5 TP on hit. 25% more attack damage. And +3 speed. I feel like this needs to be capital S. Okay, so if I go back to states, that's what that does. Yes, okay, cool. Spring salad, pretty good stuff. Okay, I feel like this is another good moment to drop a save. And move on to apple jam toast. Now, I have a bunch of different toasts here. I have, in fact, 5 different toasts, including orange marmalade, toast, cherry jam, apple jam, berry jelly, and grape jelly. There's part of me that would be inclined to have all of these toasts do like the same thing. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to do that, though. Although I might give them all, because they're all toasts, I might give them all like the base same thing of like 25% more TP regen, I think, or TP charge. I like that idea. So let's just go param, special param, TP charge rate plus 25%. All of the toasts. Okay. Now, I'm actually, what I think I'm going to do here is, you'll notice that I have up a ways. One of the other dishes that you can make is a fruit salad. Right here, which gives 10% to each of your stats. I kind of feel like going into the berry jelly toast and having it give like 5% to each of them. This is not super strong. I might actually buff the other ones. Okay, so let's go berry jelly. Grants your party plus 25%, or no, 25% more TP charge rate and 5% more of each of their elemental affinities. I'm doing this in part because I don't want to make all of the toasts this sort of effect, and there's a temptation to do so. And so I just want to kind of nip it in the bud and just be like, oh yeah, berries do this. Okay, so then I can go to my apple jam toast, and I can look at other effects, which I think apple jam. I think apples to me feel a little bit more defensive-y or something. Yeah, apples. How about, there's a couple different ways that I can be defensive. I can have them reduce the damage that you take from certain things. I can have them guard better. I can have them boost recovery effect. Pharmacology just makes items you use more effective unless I change the effect, which I can. I don't know. I feel like Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have... No, evasion just feels wrong for apples for some reason. I like HP regen here. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Grants your party 25% more TP charge rate and plus 3% HP regeneration. Now, Cherry, I want to do something a bit interesting with. I want to go to Cherry. And I want to have this give... Okay, this is where I'm going to want to look stuff up again. Advanced states, malts. Herg. Good old Herg. Oh, that could actually be really interesting. Okay, something needs to multiply your HP regeneration, right? Magic reflection. Ah, yes, counterattack. CNT. We'll call this can't. Yeah. Okay, CNT. CNT. Molt CNT. Molt CNT 2. Cherry Jam will double your counterattack rate. How's that for an interesting effect? Items. Grants your party 25% more TP charge rate and doubles their counter rate. This could be extremely strong, particularly in combination with some other stuff, but... Dumpling, blended juice. Yeah, you know what? I know what blended juice is going to do. I like it for this effect. Blended juice. Molt Herg. A good old HP regeneration 1.5. Okay, so if I go back to items and my blended juice, increases the effectiveness of HP regeneration and degeneration on your party by 50%. There we go. Blended juice. A little bit of a double-edged sword, but there it is. Orange marmalade. Orange marmalade toast. Man, let me tell you, I don't know if y'all are getting hungry. I'm not even that hungry, but just like my mouth is like, the flavors of these things sound so good. I want to eat them. But now, I need something for our orange marmalade toast to do. I think... You know what? I know I can do weird stuff. Okay, let's not do too weird of stuff. Let's have orange marmalade toast give you a chance of an extra action. Items. Orange marmalade toast. Grants your party 25% more TP charge rate and a 25% chance of being able to act of an extra action in combat. There we go. Now I have orange marmalade toast. We already did berry toast. So now we're on grape jelly toast. Grape jelly. I do like a good grape jelly. You know what? I'm going to have grape jelly be the counterpart to cherry jam. And have this double your reflect chance. So let's molt This doesn't actually show me very well here. If I go over here, this will help me find it better. Murph. I think is Murph. Yeah, magic reflection. MRF. MRF. Doubles that. Okay. Again, this could be extremely powerful. In fact, having cherry jam toast with your lightning reflexes is very powerful because if I remember correctly, lightning reflexes is plus 50% to your counterattack. So obviously, food is extremely powerful in this game, is the idea. Grants your party 25% more TP charge rate and doubles their reflect chance. Hearty soup we already did, so we're kind of to mushroom omelets now. Let's go ahead and take a moment to save. It's always a good idea to save. All right. Mushroom omelet time. Eggs, mushrooms, tomatoes, bell peppers. I've got a lot of different effects I can do. Let's go see what I want to make this do. Let's just look. Ah, yes, I have attack state. I need to remember I can do attack state stuff. Chance of knockout. Just like mushroom omelets gives you a chance of knocking out enemies. Now, I like this being more defensive. A mushroom omelet to me feels fortifying somehow. Let's have it protect you against dazed. You know what? Let's just make it. Let's just have it make it straight up make you immune to dazed. Let's have it increase your party's movement speed by 15. Nah, I don't like that. I like it boosting guard by like 25%. And I like it granting more dexterity. Let's go to your dexterity and let's have it increase your dexterity by 12% because that's no, not. There we go. I know, that's just interesting to me. Items. Makes your party immune to dazed. Boosts their guard by, what did I make that, 25%? Yeah, 25%. Items by 25% and increases their dexterity by 12%. There we go. A fried egg. I want this to be a fairly simple, like a single thing, but it does it really nicely. Fried egg. I can have it. Oh, you know what? You know what? I know what fried egg's going to do. It's going to be vampiric. Now this rounds and stuff, right? This is again like I like to refer to my code. Yes, okay, these all round. Good, good, good. I figured as much, but it's always a good idea to check. Fried egg makes you gain. I like a dot max HP. Ooh, I could do something really interesting here. I could have it gain like. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do something really interesting. Because this is evaluated, right? Max HP minus a dot HP divided by 5? 4? I'm going to put it at 5. So what happens is this uses an eval, right? So we're up here. We are in states, and this evaluates it. So this is looking at how much HP are you missing. And it's going to recover you by 20% of your missing HP, which is a really interesting effect. I don't know if I want to buff it or not. We're going to have to play with it to see how it actually feels. But a fried egg, your party's attacks will recover 20% of any HP they have missing. Very strange effect. I like that for my fried egg. Fancy scrambled eggs. I don't know. We're going to look at that in just a second. I'm feeling like it's a good time to drop a save. Save dropped. Okay, fancy scrambled eggs. Who's feeling some eggs scrambled up with salt and herbs? Fancy scrambled eggs. So fancy scrambled eggs. This is the part where I need to complain about my nose being slightly itchy. It's that area right here. Right between my nostrils. I forget what that's called. I've probably heard it before, though. Probably heard it before. So let's see here. What other things can I do? Fancy scrambled eggs. I think I like the idea of them. What else do we have? Mushroom melts, burger and fries, dumpling, and sweet and sour stir fry. Yeah. Fancy scrambled eggs, I'm just going to have them protect your affinities from debuffs. That's it. M attack, M defense, so it's fire, earth, wind, and water. Makes your party immune to elemental affinity debuffs. There we go. There's an effect. Mushroom melt. Doesn't sound good. Bread, mushroom, cheese, and onion, all melty. It's like a panini. Panini. I've enjoyed melts from Panera Bread. Okay, mushroom melt. I feel like this is a good like bulk up sort of dish. I like making you. No, let's just have poison go to like 25%. And attack. No, I don't want to add attack states on any of these, really, now that I think about it. I like having that reserved for other potential items. Let's see. I'm just looking through what potential parameters I can use. Oh, yeah, we have evasion rates that I haven't touched with any of these. Let's have this boost your evasion rates. You know what? No, let's not have it do it this way. Let's have it go Molt Eva 1.5 and Molt Mev by 1.5. Let's just double check to make sure those are the correct. Yeah, magical evasion and evasion, Eva and Mev. Okay, yeah, this is what mushroom melt does. Let's see. Grants. Let's see. How do I want to phrase that? Reduces your party's chances of being poisoned poisoned by 75% and increases their both evasions by 50%. There we go. It's very defensive in nature. Sweet and sour stir fry. Meat, orange, and apple. You know what I want to do here? What I want to do here is I want to go. Let's see. Is it damage bonus? What is this called? You see modifications. Yeah, damage bonus. This just gets added on. Damage bonus. A dot strength. Damage min. Math dot min. A dot fire. A dot earth. Because it was apple, orange, and meat. Yeah, okay. We're going wonky here. It's gonna be hard to communicate well, but damage max. Now I believe I need to add some additional thing to that. So let's look at the code again. Yes, min add and max add. Okay. This is I don't know. I don't even know where this is going to end up in terms of like how good it's going to be or things like that. Skills. Items. Okay. Increases your party's attack by their strength, their minimum damage by strength, and their minimum and maximum damage based on fire and earth. Except this should become an ampersand to fit. Okay, this is a little bit of an ambiguous description, but it's really hard to figure out how to write this, like, an accurate description in the space that I have. Sometimes it's okay to not have the most accurate descriptions. Okay, another round of saving, because everybody knows saving is important. This is actually going pretty quickly. I'm really pleased by it. This is a sort of work that works well to record, I think, because, again, recording helps focus me, helps get me kind of concentrated on getting this thing done. A dumpling has meat, olive, and herbs inside of your dumpling shell, which is being represented by bread. You wouldn't just use bread. I like bread bowls. But anyway, bread is just kind of generic anything made with like wheat or whatever. So we've got ourselves a dumpling. What should this do? See, I got a couple of special parameters. I can also add on to some of these. Recovery effect. So this is normally multiplied. That's not really interesting to add on to, though, is the issue. I could have this do something weird, like add a raw value onto your TP charge rate, but I don't think that's really interesting. I can also have it just like add on to one of your stats by other things. But Yeah, I'm not necessarily interested in doing that. I haven't done anything with critical evasion yet. Let's have this boost your critical evasion by 5%, which is actually quite a lot. And then let's actually have Dumpling also reduce the effectiveness of Omni on you by 50%. And Lightning for no good reason. There, I don't know. This feels weird and appropriate for our Dumpling. Yeah, okay, we'll roll with this for Dumpling. Your party, let's see. Grants your party plus 5% critical evasion. And reduces the effectiveness of Omni and Lightning, I think it was. Yes. And Lightning. Actually, it should just be halves. Halves the effectiveness of Omni and Lightning on them. Grants your party plus 5% critical evasion and halves the effectiveness of Omni and Lightning on them. Okay. Yes, okay, that is accurate. Now we just have good old burger and fries. I want this to be like a really basic sort of effect. So, you know what? This is going to boost all your stats by 7%. Boost all of your party's stats by 7%. That's what we're going to do for good old burger and fries. Let's go set up the state. Can't go wrong. Yep, that includes HP and MP. 7% more MP, will that matter? I don't know. It certainly does a lot, but the thing is, that's really important to remember, is a bunch of these stats are not exactly wasted on any given character, but they just don't do... Like, not all characters are trying to use all of their stats. This is kind of what it comes down to. So, boosting a bunch of these for characters that aren't really using those stats doesn't really do a whole lot. I realized just now as I look down at things that my webcam has been blocking part of the window for the entire time. I'm not re-recording anything. We're just living with it. That's how things be. Okay. So what that means is I have now explained all of the foods and made them all for you. So that's going to go ahead and wrap stuff up for me today. No, I'm not really planning on looking at them in game or testing them out or anything right now. I could boot up the game and see that all the descriptions are there, but that's kind of a given and not terribly exciting. So, yeah, all of those are in. There's something that we'll test out once playtests start up again. No, I do not know when that is just yet, or when that's going to be. But it feels real good to have all that food done. And frankly, that it went a lot more quickly than I was expecting it to. So that's also good to see as well. And bodes well for future endeavors is additionally. So we may do more of these like work on the game sort of things if it seems like stuff would really benefit from it like this food did. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here, and thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and goodbye.